Welcome back to our channel, friends. This is Sonia here from Growing Craft. Thank you so much for dropping in. Now, before we start this video, please do make sure that you subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out any of our updates. Also, do check our website www.growingcraft.com and let's get started. So this is a video in which we are going to make a Christmas ornaments. I know this is very new in India. I would not say very new, but usually we do not make our ornaments at home in India. But I thought it is a great idea to use your love for art and create something beautiful for your home. So now for this Christmas ornament making, I just felt that I should use all the MDF pieces which I have stored in my stock. So this is one of the MDF piece and I'm coating this with my white color gesso. The gesso which I'm using is from Camel. I have also mentioned the link in the description box. Do check that. And here I'm applying it with my brush. Now, if you know me, I love using sponge dauber, but for this one, my flat brush really worked well. And now I'm trying this with my heat gun. So I have not done anything on the back side, just on the front side. So on the back side, either you can do the plain painting work or the stencil work. It's absolutely your choice. Now before I move on to the next step, it was important for me to dry up my base, and once I'm happy with the drying process, then I'm going to choose a beautiful napkin. Now honestly, off camera I had already decided what I'm going to use and how I'm going to use, but then still I was not very sure, so I just thought I'll try this one. Let's see how this ornament turns to be. And honestly, it looked beautiful after my work. You must have seen that at the starting of the video, or you will see all the pictures at the end of this tutorial. Now I have mentioned all the supplies link and the list in the description box. You can check that, and just in case if you want me to come up with something new, do let me know and I will be more than happy to help you all. Now here I am removing my decoupage napkin, and I am going to remove all its ply, make it dry completely, and then I am going to use it on my MDF bases. So just in case if you are using your decoupage papers, you really don't need to do the drying process or the water brush technique. You can just easily trim that off with your scissors and it's absolutely fine. Now for sticking this one, I am using my Mod Podge. Now this is my matte finish Mod Podge which I have been using for long time, and I'm absolutely in love with this one. I highly recommend this Mod Podge. I have tried many other alternates too, but this is one of my favorite. The other mediums which I really like in sticking my decoupage papers and napkin is acrylic mediums. I have mentioned the link of that also in the description box. You can check that. And just in case if you have missed out my video on the basic supplies of decoupage and mixed media art, do check that too. So here sticking my decoupage napkin on the top of it, and I have a flat brush, fan brush, which I absolutely love, and with this I'm going to stick it on my base. Now as this base was quite big and I was sticking my paper completely with on my base, so I just thought of pressing this with a nice clean plastic is going to be super fun and super easy. So here I am just pressing this really well to make sure that there are no wrinkles and there are no bubbles, and amazingly this looked fab. There are no wrinkles, no bubbles at all. So yes, this plastic technique really worked for me. Now I'm going to stick the edges of my papers to the sides of my base. If you want, you can trim this down. You can have the plain colors around it. It's absolutely fine. Later on, anyways, I'm going to do a lot of coloring on the top of it, so it works out for me. And you can do this technique the way you want it. Now, once I'm done with this process, then I'm going to let it dry, and then we will move on to the next step. So the next step is to play around with the clay. So this clay work is something which I have started doing recently, and they are so easy and they are so fun to make, and especially with these beautiful molds. So I have got at least 15 to 20 molds now, and I have ordered few more which I will be getting maybe in a week's time. So I will definitely share those molds projects very soon. So yes, you can stay tuned to my channel for that. Now I am using an air dry clay and I'm going to do this on my silicone mold. Now this silicone mold has a beautiful border design, so it has varieties of borders and just one mold. That's the best part of using these kind of molds, that you just need to buy one and then you can just repeatedly make the designs you wanted and they look absolutely gorgeous. So here I just thought of playing around with the border. So I'm going to have two nice beautiful designs here, one on the top and one on the bottom. Now just in case if you don't want to play around with the clay, you can always go ahead and try your resin or your POP work, and they are also going to work really well with your silicone molds. As it's a flat surface, the base what I'm using is absolutely flat, so it's absolutely fine that how you are going to work it out. Now this is one of my recent addiction. This is the necklace mold, the pearl necklace mold. The name, I think the name of this mold is something similar to this one. I'm sharing the link in the description box, you can check that. So I have used this and have created a lot of projects, and they are so versatile. Like I really have used this for a box, for a frame, and then I've done it on a tray, and now I'm using it on a Christmas ornament. So they are so versatile that you can use this absolutely with anything and everything when it comes to your decoupage and your mixed media projects. Now the best part of using these kind of molds is that it has such a nice grip that it does not move that much on your base, like on your table, on the surface you are working, so it becomes much more easier. So whenever you are buying your silicone molds, please do make sure that you buy a good quality silicone mold. Now honestly, the frame mold which I have used at the starting of this video, it is of not that great quality, but it works decently. Like mera kaam nikal jata hai. Okay, so yeah, here I am done. So while taking this out, I was so in a hurry that I actually broke this, but it's absolutely fine because the kind of work I'm going to do, I can join this. And I think that's one of the best part of these kind of bead work silicone molds. It's that like even if when you joint it, it looks like one piece only. Now for sticking these, I am going to use my matte finish Mod Podge, and I'm going to stick my clay pieces on the top of it. If you want, you can use any other adhesives too. Just do let me know which is your favorite adhesive. I would love to know, and I would love to explore few more adhesives. So usually what I use is Mod Podge, Fevicol, then I use my tacky tape and Fevibond. So just in case if you use anything new, do let me know in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to try that for sure. Now sticking these bead necklace thing around was absolutely pleasure, and honestly I was really scared that how I'm going to put this, is it going to look good or not, but it really worked out well. So yeah, of course I had to play a lot with the color, so that's the fun part, and that's something which I really enjoy. So yes, that's why it was really fun making this piece. Now whenever you are using your air dry clay, you have to make sure that you let it dry for a good amount of time, so that when you work, it will not come out. So later on during this session, you will see me that it had not dried out completely, so I was struggling a bit with the pearls coming out, but then it's absolutely fine. Like I said, if you can manage, it's absolutely fine. Otherwise you can just let it dry for a good amount of time and you can do it then. Now on the top and the bottom, I'm just going to put a 1-1 beads, and I was so glad that I had actually took out the exact number of beads I want to decorate on my ornament, and I was super happy. Now I'm just going to let this dry for some time and then we will be back. Now since my clay work is drying out, I just thought I will do my white color work. So I'm just doing my white color on the edges, and later on I just did it on almost all parts of my sides. If you want, you can chuck this part. If you want, you can just add different colors. It's just that I wanted to highlight it with the white color. Otherwise I just felt that later on you can even use your brown colors or your red colors or any color which is similar to the Christmas theme. That will really enhance your project too. So yeah, here I am applying my white acrylic color, and I'll just make sure that I especially do it on each and every nicks and corners of my beads because they are so delicate and it has such nice niches and all. Those areas should be covered well. So if you want, you can just do a plain white paint on the sides and then you can do the sticking work of your beads. That might save a little time, but it's absolutely fine if you want to go ahead with this one. Now, I know many of you will be asking me in the comment section, what is the alternate of these beads? There is no alternate of these beads. Either you can make it of your own with your hands, or you can just buy one of these molds and make your work much more easier. So here I'm done with my paint work, and now it's time to color up my edges inside my design pattern paper. So as it's a Christmas theme, so I just thought of adding a little more white. So I'm just giving a nice snowy look to my decoupage napkin here. You need to be really careful when you're doing this. Overdo of any of the colors is just going to ruin your work, and I just wanted to highlight my clouds. I just felt that my paper color was looking a little more dull, so to add a little more drama, I'm adding white color. Now here I'm using my acrylic white color. If you want, you can choose any other color options. You can even go for chalk paints. You can play around with the colors of chalk paints and they are going to look absolutely fab. The best part of doing your decoupage and mixed media art is that you can blend in so many colors and mediums, and your work becomes much more easier and much more beautiful. Now it's time to color up my beads, and this was really fun. So I was actually more keen on doing a nice copper color, but then I thought adding a orange color shimmer paint is going to be a little more interesting part. So here I have just taken a round brush. I did not want it to cover it to the very core. Why? Because I did not want it to highlight too much of my beads. I wanted it to blend into my base, and having a tinge of white is not going to harm in any way. So here, as you can see me, I have used a brown color acrylic paint and I have added my shimmer paint, and I'm just brushing it up on my beads. And as I'm adding my colors to it, it's really getting highlighted, and you can see that it's already showing me all the festive colors, and it's looking beautiful and gorgeous. Now I just felt that I need to add a little more brown, so yes, I will be doing a little more of brown colors, and I will be coloring it on the sides too. So right now what I feel is that I should have not stick the paper on the sides. Maybe I could have trimmed my extra decoupage papers, because anyways I'm painting on my sides. Now I need to seal up my tissue paper. Why? Because I need to do some color blending on the top of it. Yes, you know me, I am going to do a lot of color blending on the top of it. No, honestly not too much of color blending, but a tinge of color blending here. So I have decided that I'm going to have some brush up work of the colors, and I wanted to have that on my decoupage napkin too. So that's the reason I'm adding my varnish here, and I'm going to let this dry completely. I will use my heat gun to dry this up to speed up my drying process, and once this is done, then we are going to do a little more of color blending technique here. Now this is the beautiful copper color which I had, and I just felt that adding this with a white base is going to fun. But this is the paint which I've been using, and if you add water to it, it loosens its color, so it becomes a little pinkish copper, which I really liked, and I felt that this is going to go well with my project. So I'm just taking a tinge of color, adding a lot of water, so it is giving me a nice pink and shimmery look, the copper look. So this is what I had thought of, and I'm really liking this shade. So now this particular paint is from Crafty Scrappers. I'm not sure if it's still available in the market. If it is, I'm going to share the link. Otherwise, I'll try to post an alternate for these kind of paints. And if you are a mixed media artist, if you are a decoupage artist, or if you are a beginner, or if you just randomly dropped into this tutorial, just in case if you want to try this out, your ornaments making, your decorative makings at home, so please do have these kind of beautiful supplies. They really help. Now just doing a bit of touch up on the sides and inner side of my ornament, and as you can see that I have not added too much of shades on my decoupage paper, because I just wanted to highlight it on the sides and just blend my paper a little so that it looks like a little more color coordinated. Now on my Christmas tree and the windows and pans, I'm just going to add a touch up of this golden color. And yes, when it's Christmas, it's all about golden, copper and all the shimmery things. So yeah, adding a little more shimmer does not pinch at all actually. So yes, here our color work is done, and now I'm going to add my hooks to it. So this is an easy technique. I have taken up a very broad jute thread, so it has actually a very nice knots at the back. I'm sticking this with my glue gun and it is ready. Now off camera, of course, I did my varnish work. I did 2 coats of varnish to this particular project, and this is ready, and this looks beautiful. So yes, just in case if you guys have any query, please do let me know in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, friends. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
À 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le